Hello guys. I am turning on the camera here and just gonna I don't even know whatever I'm gonna talk about, whatever. But before I turn on the camera, sometimes my mind is like, oh, what am I gonna share today? What am I gonna think about? What am I gonna say something impressive, or I'm gonna say something, you know, like, I don't know, a perspective that could actually influence you, or that's always kind of maybe the intention, but I'm just thinking about, like, right now also too, is like how like impermanent things are, and how when you, the observer effect, and how the observer, like observing yourself constantly, like I am in a constant state of observing myself and how I choose to relate to the silly or irrational or profound thoughts that I have in my mind, which always constantly change. And they're always changing, and I feel like it's just like life is so interesting like this, and how you respond to certain things, you know? I fall in love with like not knowing what I'm talking about. I fall in love with like feeling scattered. I fall in love with like being profound. I fall in love with like being provocative. I fall in love with like hatred, if you know what I mean, if it comes up, because then I have a choice to change that. I fall in love with being defensive. I fall in love with like I said, not knowing what I'm doing. I like knowing what I'm doing. I fall in love with the impermanence of these constructs that are constantly coming up in my head. I fall in love with being insecure. I fall in love with gratitude. Yeah, gratitude. I just fall in love with all of this stuff. I fall in love with music. I fall in love with the possibility that you can step back and change how you freaking think about shit, you know, which actually is shit. What is so interesting is that behind all this is like, really, it's like a super big play. I don't know. I fall in love with just, I don't know, social constructs that have been created, that like I see, like, I don't know, through the play of that. I fall in love with like you not getting me. I fall in love with turning on the camera. I fall in love with playing with myself, indulging in moments of ecstasy, feelings of bliss. I fall in love with all of that. Like, I fall in love with all of it because it just comes and goes, and like it is always coming and going, you know? And I fall in love with just compassion, and having compassion by recognizing all of this stuff is like, you know, people need to be right or wrong, or like it's just like, or like how they need to adapt themselves to fit in, or how I have done that. I fall in love with, like, you know, the insecurity or the feeling of my ego, like having fun with putting out pictures of myself with my chest and my body the way it used to be, so I could so you can look at it and feel like, you know, I fall in love with, you know, like my knees hurting. I fall in love with all of this stuff. It's like, it's not that I don't want to have certain things, because things arise. And what's so interesting, you know, like nobody ever told me this. I fall in love with like not growing up. I fall in love with just being aware of in the moment. I fall in love with like actually like a thought hijacking me for a moment, or for a while, or for a day or something, which that really doesn't happen. And because, gosh, the awareness, there's like an ant on my camera here. There are ants in this house. I fall in love with ants being in this house. I don't know, like I'm staying here. I don't know, it's a seasonal thing. Oh. I fall in love with however you want to perceive me, because I love the fact that, you know, like, people think for themselves, or how, I don't know, how they're thinking, or how they're being conditioned to think. I fall in love with condition. I fall in love with contrast. I fall in love with manifesting my dreams, and I know that I have been manifesting, and we all create by default. You know, I don't know, I just fall in love with life, and this is life, oh life. Life, oh life. I don't know. I fall in love with being fit. I fall in love with being fat. I fall in love with the yo-yo of myself. I fall in love with the fact that I can choose. I fall in love with Barbra Streisand because I'm listening to Barbra Streisand. You know, I guess I just fall in love with it all and not have to be able to attach to it at all if I don't want. I fall in love with that, or attaching and realizing. I fall in love with evolving out loud. I fall in love with people. I fall out of love with people. I always fundamentally have compassion and love for myself and for people. I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing. I want to see like the world, like, you know, like I just see the world like like again and again and again, like a childlike wonder. A childlike wonder of mystery, of how beautiful this is, and how sad of a place it can be, and how like I can change all of that. I fall in love with wonder. I fall in love with the mystery of just wonder of life and respect and honor to every single living creature. I'm not a vegetarian. I tried for a couple of days, but it didn't really work. I fall in love with it. I am like that. So maybe one day I'll make a change, but it is my decisions. It's all my decisions. Everything, everything, everything. You know what I realized also too is that I realized that that karma is, we say, is a bitch. What goes around comes around. But yeah, I think that happens. I fall in love that I can create my dreams. I am wealthy in myself with all of this. Is healthy. I fall in love with it. I fall in love with not being right. I fall in love with apparently being wrong. I fall in love with wrong. I fall in love with all of it. Just all of it. I fall in love with it all. I fall in love with the ego needing to be controlling and realizing that it's an opportunity. So what is right? What is wrong? What is this? What is that? No harm. I choose to do no harm because I don't feel that in my heart to myself or to anybody else. And I fall in love with love. I'm just in love with love. I don't know, what do I say? I fall in love with the likes that I get on my... Oh! Gosh, I'm doing my video, come in. I'm being interrupted right now, and she's like coming in, but she has to say hello. Coming.
Photobombing the video.
This is one of my best friends. Give me a kiss. So I'm just falling in love with like love and life, and that's... I fall in this bitch coming in and ruining my life. Have a great day, everybody. Have a good day, and I will see you. She's really early, but I fall in love with the fact that you never know what's gonna happen. You know, you never know what's gonna happen.
Photobomb.
And photobomb.
Photobomb.
Photobomb. Just coming into my house. This is my house. Bitch. Love you. Don't be sorry. It's all good.
Wait, have you just started?
I didn't start. She still wants to, see, she still wants to be involved. She still wants I love you. Have a great day. Bye.